Good Tuesday evening, everyone. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the potential tornado outbreak tomorrow, the severe weather expected later tonight. That will go into tomorrow, and then more severe weather throughout Thursday. Here is today's severe weather outlook. We do have an enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms across portions of central and eastern Texas, and that goes into Louisiana. We do have a significant chance for tornadoes that does go throughout the night. A 10% chance with a hatch risk, so you're going to see a potential there for significant tornadoes within that hatched area. You also have a 5% and a 2% risk. That does include the Houston area and Corpus Christi, as you can see there. For wind, we do have a high chance for wind as well, with that 30% hatch risk. 70+ mile/hour winds may be possible within that area. And we also do have that significant chance of hail that goes throughout late tonight. Throughout that 30% hatch risk, you may see hail bigger than baseballs, so we're talking pretty big hail. These storms can definitely cause some damage as we head throughout this week. Here's tomorrow's outlook for severe weather. We do have a moderate risk for severe weather. That is a level 4 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, so second to highest risk for severe weather down here in the south. This includes portions of Louisiana, southern Mississippi, and southwestern Alabama. And this was issued for the big threat for tornadoes and high damaging winds for Wednesday. As you can see, this whole risk area includes all up to Kentucky, and even includes portions of eastern Texas as well, as this whole storm system will be moving eastward throughout tonight and going throughout the Mississippi Valley tomorrow. Here's that tornado risk for tomorrow on Wednesday. And as you can see, we have a 15% chance for tornadoes with that hatched area that expands across the 10% risk region, where again you may see significant long-lasting tornadoes tomorrow. However, this is going to be a line of severe storms, so these tornadoes might actually not last long, but these tornadoes may develop very fast in the right conditions, and there's not going to be much time to take shelter. So this storm will be a linear type storm going eastward, and that will lead to those damaging winds and fast moving tornadoes as well. Here's that wind risk for tomorrow. As you can see, we have a 45% chance. We have a potential here for a derecho tomorrow if this line of storms does last long. And as you can see, very damaging winds could be possible tomorrow in upwards of 80 miles/hour or higher within the southern Mississippi area, eastern Louisiana and Alabama. Could see some very damaging winds tomorrow, and we also have that chance for hail, which is not very big tomorrow since it will be that line of storms. Here's that day 3 outlook. We have 2 slight risks for day 3, Thursday, so severe weather up here in the Ohio Valley, and in the southeast may see some severe storms on Thursday. Here is the ARRR model. It's going to be 12 a.m. tonight, or technically 12 a.m. Tomorrow on Wednesday. As you can see, overnight we're going to see this line of storms kind of develop over northern Louisiana, and this may bring some damaging winds overnight. So this is going to be about 3 in the morning. You're going to see some strong storms go throughout Louisiana and Mississippi, and this is going to eventually weaken down. You're going to see a very rainy morning around 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning or so, across Mississippi and northern Louisiana. And this is when that line of storms or potential derecho will be forming in eastern Texas. As you can see, already strong damaging winds forming across eastern Texas around 6 in the morning, and this goes throughout Louisiana as we head through 8 a.m. We get to around 9 a.m. and you can see that line of storms really starting to bow out. This is starting to show some very damaging winds go throughout Louisiana, and as we head into around 10 in the morning, Mississippi, this should be crossing the Mississippi River around 10 in the morning, bringing those damaging winds, potential strong tornadoes, especially throughout southern Mississippi, as we might see some supercells ahead of the line of storms, and that may bring those tornadoes, with also embedded tornadoes potentially in the southern part of this line of storms, with more damaging winds in the northern portion of this line of storms. And this eventually kind of just broadens out and you won't see as much as damaging winds once it starts to get all messy like this. But then again, you're going to see more storms behind this and more rain. This could lead to a big flash flooding risk later on in the afternoon. Now here's the significant tornado parameter model. This is the same HRRR model, but the significant tornado parameter really mixes kind of all the tornado ingredients together and spits it out into different numbers depending on the risk for tornadoes pretty much. So the higher the number, the more significant tornadoes are possible within this vicinity. So as you can see, we're looking at tomorrow morning or this morning. It depends on when you're watching this video. If you're watching it on the 9th or the 10th of April, it's going to be about 7 in the morning, and this is when the tornado threat will start to ramp up. It's early in the morning when this line of storm starts to develop over eastern Texas. And this will bring that tornado threat throughout southern Louisiana. We could definitely see that supercell threat across portions of southern Indiana into southern Mississippi. But as you can see, significant tornado threat might be a lot more south than expected with some of these more clusters of storms according to this STP model. As you can see, we're seeing very high values across some of these areas, in upwards of 4 to even 5s in some areas. So definitely that significant tornado threat is going to be there in place for tomorrow morning or this morning. Now looking at back to composite reflectivity, so your kind of future radar, but this is with added updraft helicity. So updraft helicity is pretty much any updrafts that are rotating, and that may bring down a mesocyclone, which could produce a tornado. So as you can see, as we head throughout this morning or tomorrow or this morning, as you can see, around 10 in the morning, we start to see some big time helicity tracks, and this again could be potential rotating storms within this line of storms. As we head throughout the morning hours, we get to around 10 or 11 in the morning. This is going to be around 10 in the morning. And as you can see, any of these black areas are potential rotating updrafts within this line of storms, and we are going to see quite a few as we go throughout the morning. And this is going to be around lunchtime, so these storms will start to kind of break up. They'll still be strong storms, but they're going to start to break up around midday of lunchtime, 12 p.m. With more of those stronger storms still staying strong throughout the southern portions around the border, Louisiana and Mississippi, around 12 p.m. As you can see, those strong storms will continue throughout 2 p.m. Central Time and head throughout Alabama, which it looks like another threat of tornadoes will begin around 4 p.m. Central Time. As the heads more eastward near the Birmingham area, you're going to see a very strong line of storms that does continue throughout the evening, and this will bring more damaging winds throughout southern Alabama. You will see more storms developing throughout the night, so this is going to be around 10 p.m. or so. We're going to see more and more clusters of storms developing, bringing heavy rainfall, lightning, and maybe some strong winds with potential hail as well throughout southern Alabama. And then Georgia will see some of these storms as well as we head throughout 2 a.m. Thursday. As you can see, a very stormy morning expected, so this is going to be around 6 a.m. across Georgia, South Carolina, and even northern Florida. We'll see a stormy and rainy morning throughout Thursday, and then eventually this storm system will exit the United States around sometime in the Thursday afternoon period. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, like the video, share this video with any friends or family on social media as well, and make sure to stay safe. See you in the next one.